think they're ready for this. You know what time it is? It's about that time of the week to showcase what you got, the talent that we have. It's a whole lot. You can sing, you can dance, you can rap, you can write. It doesn't matter. You know what time it is? Put your hands in the sky and wave them side to side. Every foot alive. It's Talented Thursday with Kimberly Eichelle. Let's go. I don't think they're ready for this. You know what time it is? It's about that time of the week to showcase what you got, the talent that we have. It's a whole lot. You can sing, you can dance, you can rap, you can write. It doesn't matter. You know what time it is? Put your hands in the sky and wave them side to side. Every foot alive. It's Talented Thursday with Kimberly Eichelle. Let's go.
Hey, everybody, it's your girl, Kimberly Eichelle, and welcome to another episode of Talented Thursdays. Y'all know y'all in for a treat tonight. You are in for a treat, so make sure you come on in and bring a friend. Make sure that you have shared, that you like, because y'all, it's going to be good. I am super excited, so welcome in to those of you who are watching. You may be watching on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. You may be listening in on the podcast or even listening in on a replay. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you do, because week after week, we bring you great episodes, great artists, and tonight is no different. Tonight is no different. Y'all, you know, many times I feel like I'm living the dream. Do you hear me? I am. I'm not going to say I feel like I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream. My motto in life is God makes my dreams come true. And tonight I have a dream come true on the show. And man, this gentleman is amazing. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm not even going to talk a whole lot tonight. Get your popcorn, get your soda, get your whatever you want to have at this time, because it's time. It's time, okay? So let's talk about tonight's guest. Tonight's guest is truly a gem in the entertainment industry. Someone whose voice, pen, and vision have helped shape the sound of a generation. He's a Grammy Award and Emmy Award nominated gold and platinum artist, a producer, singer, songwriter whose work has connected with audiences around the world. As a writer and collaborator, he's worked alongside incredible artists like Babyface, Brandy, Tamia, Tyrese, and so many more, helping craft records that have stood the test of time. As a performer, his voice carries that unmistakable blend of soul, precision, and emotion that defines classic R&B. But his creativity don't stop at music, y'all. He's also taken that talent to the stage, starring in powerful productions like Men Cry in the Dark, Tell Hell I Ain't Coming, and King Solomon Lives, bringing stories to life in a whole new way. He's a co-founder of Boyz II Men, one of the most influential vocal groups of all time, as well as a lead singer of the platinum R&B group As Yet. Through it all, he's remained authentic, influential, and honestly, this man, y'all, he is just too cool. He's too cool. So, look, keep watching Talented Thursdays. Up next, none other than Marc Nelson. You're watching Talented Thursdays.
I don't think they're ready for this. You know what time it is? It's about that time of the week to showcase what you got, the talent that we have. It's a whole lot. You can sing, you can dance, you can rap, you can write. It doesn't matter. You know what time it is? Put your hands in the sky and wave them side to side. Every foot alive. Talented Thursday with Kimberly Eichelle. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Y'all know how we do. We got to do the drum roll out there. Give it up for none other than Marc Nelson.
Hi.
Hey, Marc, how's it going?
I'm good. Kimberly, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here tonight.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And thank you for the introduction. It was so sweet. I really, really appreciate it. I liked it.
Absolutely. You are very welcome. Look, and it's all true because it's all you. How about that?
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Yes,
it. Thank you
indeed.
for having me on your show.
Absolutely. So, look, I want you to come on in. We're going to get started. One of the first things that we do here on Talented Thursdays is rep your city. So,
Mm,
what city you repping tonight? This is the time where you tell everyone, or maybe someone who hasn't been there, what's beautiful about your city? What do you love to do? What you love to eat?
okay, so my city is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's
Let's
the city I'm repping.
go.
That's where I was born and raised. Yep. Um, I love the city because of its creative energy.
Hmm.
A lot of talent coming out of Philadelphia, and the food. We're known for cheesesteaks,
Yes.
pretzels, and water ice. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Cheesesteak is, and we also have hoagies. Y'all call them subs in other parts of the country, but we call them
Right.
hoagies. Yeah, yeah. So I love that about Philly. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Mhm.
Philly is repping. We got Fort Worth, Texas in the house as well. Latoya French is watching. And to all of you who are watching, and for your comments, thank you so much. Keep them coming. Also, if you have questions, keep them coming tonight. So, Mark, growing up, what was young Mark like? Like, what type of things did you enjoy?
What part of young? We talking about 7 years old? Talking about 13? Which young part?
Let's start at like 10 or 11.
I was a I was a typical kid, just like to play, be silly.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, and I clearly had a love for music that I wasn't aware would turn into a profession. But yeah, I was just a typical kid. Like to play outside all the time. Yeah, me and
Absolutely.
my brother.
You and your brother having a good time,
Yeah.
huh? Now
Hmm.
you said 13. So what happened around 13?
I'm gonna say, well, that's when I entered into high school, but I would say maybe 2 years before then, New Edition came out, and with Candy Girl,
Oh,
and that's when I
yes.
knew I wanted to be an entertainer. So
Ooh, now that's
mm,
a good one.
yeah,
Candy girl, you are my world, huh?
yeah, that's right.
Now, from what I've gathered, you heard all types of music in your home, from
That's right.
Journey to Chicago, Luther, and your mom is the late Phyllis Nelson, who's
Mm,
known for her hit "Move Closer," and
mhm.
your father was a musician as well, right?
That's exactly right. Yeah, yeah. My dad was a saxophone player. He could sing a little bit, but I love the style of his voice. But my mom was definitely, and she was a songwriter more than she actually was a singer. Like, funny enough, she wasn't very
Mm.
confident about singing, even though she was very successful with it. Yeah, but music was always in my home.
Absolutely. So,
Mhm.
how do you feel like listening to the different sounds, like the different genres and things, help shape you as an artist?
Well, I can definitely say it was a great benefit. It didn't leave me in kind of just a one track mind of music. I
Hmm.
was able to, when I got into the industry, pull from the different sounds that that I listened to.
Right.
I did listen to Journey, and then Phil Collins to um, Prince, Michael Jackson, host of Marvin Gaye, even some music that I couldn't appreciate that was, in the household. Like, funny enough, don't kill me, y'all, but I really didn't like Stevie Wonder when I was a kid. I didn't like Wind and Fire. And I think it was because I was like, yeah, Babyface says this, and I can't believe I'm saying this myself, but
Hmm.
I was a very sensitive kid, like a very emotional kid, but it was all inside,
Yeah.
right? So
Hmm.
whatever was happening in my environment, I just felt everything, right?
Wow.
So the music that was playing around that time often made me sad or whatever. So, but I learned to appreciate it, as I became a professional entertainer. Yeah. So.
Right, right. And I think it helps make you who you are even today, just
Yeah.
having that that side that's able to tap into everything, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. And then even at my stage of the game, now mind you, I love Stevie Wonder now, y'all. Just FYI. Love
Okay.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Right, right.
Yeah, I even had an opportunity to sing with Stevie Wonder, so it was a blessing to have that moment with him. But
Nice.
yeah, music definitely the versatility in styles that you learn, you can definitely pull from them. And I'm blessed to, at this stage of the game, I knew music from the 60s, that
Mm,
mother and father would play. I was
right.
born in the 70s, so I got that music.
Yes.
The music that I grew up on is the 80s, and then I became the 90s artist, and still have a wonderful appreciation for the millennial, sounds.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I got a lot going on in this mind of music.
I love that. I love that. So, look, I said I wanted to go back and kind of, dig in and get into the artists. So, I'm going to
Yeah,
go back to Philly for a bit, okay?
yeah.
So, growing up in Philadelphia,
Mhm.
what's one of your most fun memories? Like, do you have a favorite teacher, a best friend? What's one of your most fun memories from being in Philly?
Um, One of my fondest memories is when I first started high school in ninth grade. I was like a shy kid.
Mm,
And before I went to high school, the or the movie first, and the TV show Fame,
yep.
right? So when I went to my school, I was blown away. It was exactly like the TV show.
Lucky.
Yeah, blown away, right?
Yes.
And one of the things that thrilled me was, in that school you have majors. So I was a vocal major. We emphasize vocals. You have dance majors, art majors, band majors.
Right.
And it was really amazing to see these singers singing all through the hallways, between
Mhm.
classes, after school, on the bus, singing in the malls, singing. It was just like, oh my God, this is incredible. And
Wow.
they immediately got me out of my shyness. Like, I was forced to shine. You know what I mean? So that was an incredible time for me. Yeah.
I love that. I wish I had that opportunity. I was telling you that I grew up in Washington and, going to school, I was always performing, whether it was singing or acting, whatever the case was.
Yeah.
But we did not have the performing arts high school
Uh,
until I was an adult. They have it now. So I'm like, y'all
yeah.
better not waste that, because
Yeah.
I think that is so cool, to go
Yeah.
in there, you see the dancers dancing, like you said, the singers singing,
It
the
was amazing.
musicians doing their thing.
Yeah. It
That
was
is
incredible. Yeah,
awesome.
it was really incredible.
Yes. And then being from Philly, you come from a place where artists just seem to drop out the sky. You hear what I'm saying? Because
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have Teddy Pendergrass, Patti
Mhm.
LaBelle, Jasmine Sullivan, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes,
Mhm.
Will Smith, Jill Scott, Music Soul Child, The Roots, of
Mhm.
course, Boys to Men.
Mhm.
Music
And
was
as
in
yet,
the air, and as
all of us are
yet.
really.
Wow. So
Mhm.
a lot of artists, I would say we often hear that they get their start in the church, right? So
Mhm.
where did your gift for singing begin?
Well, it wasn't the church. I'm gonna just say
Hmm.
that now. It just came from music being in my house.
Right.
Um, the the first recollection I have of music is um, Peaches and Herb.
Hmm.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
Hey,
Remember that song?
I sure do.
Reunited. I was a little kid, and as soon as it come on the radio, you know how you watch movies of kind of origins, you see the little kid running to the speaker.
Yes.
I pressed my ear on the speaker, and the harmony, it was just so,
Blowing you away.
yeah. So it was around, and I think mine was just organic. I didn't think about it. I didn't care
Hmm.
anything about being an entertainer. I didn't care about none of this stuff. I just love music. Then I heard
Right.
Michael Jackson, then I heard Diana Ross. Do you know where you're going to? You remember that song?
I
Do
sure
you know
do.
the things in life is showing you? So I just love music. That's really it.
Yes,
That's really
beautiful.
it.
Look, and can sing at the drop of a hat, okay? He like, remember that? I'm like, yes, and we want more of that throughout. How about that?
Yep, you got it.
Yes, indeed. So let's go back to your high school days. Like you
Mhm.
said, you were at the Philadelphia High School for the Creative and Performing Arts. Is that correct?
We called it Kappa for short, Creative and Performing Arts High School.
Oh, Kappa. Okay. Awesome. So you were, like you said, a fan of New Edition.
Hmm.
And from what I've heard, one of their songs led you to creating Boys to Men. And I
Hmm.
think that was with Nate. Is that
Hmm.
correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So
There you
tell
go.
me about those days.
Yeah, so ninth grade, I met Nate in homeroom class.
Mm.
And he was singing what's that song called? Tender Love,
Oh,
Tender
yes.
Love. Yeah, and we just connected right then and there. So for the next 3 years, um, just vibing, loving New Edition, everything
Yeah.
we put out. And then New Edition came out with the Any Heartbreak CD.
Oh,
It
she got
was
it going
yeah,
on,
yeah, oh my
going
God.
on.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so we love If It Isn't Love, but the biggest record that was really grabbing us was Can You Stand the Rain?
Oh,
And that
yes.
was the song. Yeah, that was the song that did it. And so through those years, um, Mike McCary was in our year '89,
Mm.
and then you have Sean comes next, and then Wanye came, and yeah, and we put the group together. Me and Nate
Wow.
named the group, and then you know, as the story goes, I got them all backstage, met Michael Bivins, yeah, and here's Boys to Men.
And here's Boys to Men.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed. Again, for those of you who are watching and listening, I have none other than Marc Nelson, the multi talented artist. Okay. And I'm so
Hello.
excited. Okay. To have him here tonight. We have great artists every week, Thursday at 7 p.m. So y'all make sure to pull up. So, Marc, word on the street was that you left the group to
Mm.
start a solo career, but that is not exactly how things happen.
No.
So tell me how that came about.
Yeah, so briefly, when we got together, we signed to a local management group. The gentlemen's names were Bernard and we call him Bird and Energia.
Hmm.
And so when I got everybody to meet Michael Bivins was basically saying, he wanted to manage us and that he couldn't
Right.
work with us unless, he could do that. So we were just trying to figure out um, how we could get the situation right for us to be able to sign with Michael Bivins.
Mm.
But the management was not trying to let us go. And specifically, Bird didn't want to let me go. And so um, it turned out that Energe joined forces with Michael Bivins and cut a deal with Bird to keep me and just take the four guys.
Mm.
And so I was basically ousted out of my own group. And Boyz II Men went on to be with Michael Bivins. Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So that had to be hard, of course.
Oh yeah, it was devastating. Absolutely,
Yeah. How
absolutely.
did that transition, did it affect your friendship, after all those years, or what happened during that time?
Well, I mean, yeah, obviously it did. I mean, you have to you go through the whole journey itself. Me and Nate are still cool to this day,
Mhm.
of course, but I had its ups and downs. We did all the reconciling, closure once I reconnected with them in Las Vegas to do the residency at the Marge Hotel. But yeah, it
Right.
was definitely a seriously trying time to get through that. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I could imagine. We have Lloyd Anderson in the room. Lloyd, we were actually just talking about you. He is the guitarist, bass player for Boys to Men. So
Lloyd.
thank you for being here, my friend. Hello, hello. So yes, indeed. So let's talk about your solo career. So during that transition, you were
Mhm.
transitioning into, now I am getting ready to sing alone.
Right,
And
right.
so of course that was a journey as well.
Mhm.
How did that album come together, your first album? Were you writing? Was it something that was presented to you and you just had to sing it? Did you have any say so in your first album?
Yeah. So I didn't have much say in my first project at all. It was my first experience just in the entertainment business,
Hmm.
and the deal wasn't a very good one. So, I always say that I learned the hard way to handle this thing called the music industry or entertainment business. Excuse me.
Yes.
And so yeah, they were picking all the records for me. I didn't even think about being a songwriter because I honestly didn't even. It's like, you don't know what's what when you're only 19 years old, right? Just
Right.
game. Even as my mom was an entertainer and very successful at it, she sheltered me from all of it. I didn't even know how big she was until years later.
Right.
In that particular project, um, I don't remember if I wrote anything on that. I think maybe I did, but what I know is it wasn't the direction that I wanted to go down. Singing
Mm.
the Marvin Gaye record, which was the first single. Yeah, was the first single. I wouldn't have chosen that record. I think I was much too young to sing that record. But the production company that I was with, that's what they thought was best.
Right. Yes. Well, you got to be able to sing to do anything by Marvin. So,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
kudos on that for
Thank
them to say, we want him to handle this.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you. Thank
indeed.
you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
you did an amazing job on
it.
it
Thank
for
you.
sure. Yes. So, I watched the video recently
Mm.
to I Want You, and I was listening to 15 minutes and I was like blushing. I'm like, did Mark write these lyrics? So, Mark, I'm going to ask you, did
Yeah.
you write some of those lyrics?
Yeah, I can't take full credit. The song 15 minutes actually came to me.
Mhm.
Um we have Sam Salter, may he rest in peace,
Mm.
was a recording artist. Full of
Yes.
Face, I believe, too. Chad Elliott, the producer of the song, and um Tyvee. I want to say Tyvee.
Okay.
Yeah, so these were the original writers, but the song wasn't complete.
Mm.
Right. And so
Right.
so I just basically finished the record off by writing the bridge to it. Yeah. And
Got
here's the
you.
here's the crazy part. Like, I wouldn't have chosen the record. It wasn't down the
You're
lane that
saying
I
a
was
lot.
going. Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. But you had these amazing producers, track masters, Tone and Polk, who became senior VPs of Columbia Records
Mm.
when I signed to that company, and they were like, "Mark, you gotta do this record. Like, no,
Wow.
you gotta do this record." And I was like, "All
Yes.
right, cool, whatever." And so
Okay.
it do what it do.
Yes, indeed, and it did what it did, reaching number 4 on the R&B charts,
Yeah,
as well as 27 on Billboard Top 100.
yes,
So
yes,
it did what it was supposed to do,
absolutely.
okay?
I'm grateful. Let me say that.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
let me ask you, let's go
Yeah.
behind the scenes with Mark.
Okay.
How do you approach songwriting? And tell me what's one of the last lyrics that you wrote that was kind of just raw and transparent. So first, let's ask, what's your writing process like?
So I used to have a certain writing process until I got into many different scenes and scenarios that requires you to know how to write in different ways, right?
Mhm.
So sometimes it'll be someone will have a track. Well, where it started was someone will have a track and I'll listen to it and I'll vibe off of it. And I will pull from my own life's experiences. So that's where I
Mm.
used to get it from, right?
Right.
Then it was times when I had to be like right on the spot in the studio with the artist and vibe it out, just
Mm.
come up with something, right?
Right.
Um, there was one time I did a duet. I did a record for Charlie Wilson with my good partner Wiley Mars, and we wrote
Okay.
a song called "Sweet Love." And
Mm.
we were in Atlanta, and Charlie Wilson was flying in. And while I was waiting to pick him up from the airport, his label called me and said, "Mark, we need a second song for Charlie." and he's going to land in about 2 hours.
Oh
So
my
I'm in the
goodness.
car writing this duet that I eventually sang with him, ended up singing with him before
Wow.
he landed. So it could be any number of ways. Now I would say the most uh effective way was the way that Babyface taught me how to write a song. And I love this style where we would sit, he's playing,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll talk about life, about something. And then it will just stir up a subject matter. And then we'll begin formulating lyrics and melody. And then while we're writing, we're having a discussion about it. Yeah, like, well,
Wow.
I don't know if she would. I really just don't know if she would leave him because of that. Well, he did. He did. No, he came home like 3 in the morning, right? Yeah, but like, would she leave? Because that's the kind of stuff that we,
Right.
and it would produce a great song. And the one thing he said to me, I paraphrase,
Mm-hmm.
if you can read the lyric like it's a letter written to somebody, you have a great lyric.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Look, let's just tell the audience you on here dropping nuggets,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
So songwriters, if you didn't grab nothing else, you better have grabbed that because this is like the songwriter, okay?
Thank
And his
you.
mentor is the songwriter as well. So
Yeah. Big
it's
time.
like,
Big time.
yes,
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Look, I'm dropping it into my little pocketbook too. I'm gonna say now Mark said,
Yeah.
but I love that though, that you all are just having a conversation and like you said, just breaking it down like you haven't real. But would she leave him? Oh, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
cool and creative,
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Because he wanted to keep the reality. It's like hit songs are songs that the world can relate to. That's when you have a hit record. If anyone wants to understand
Mm,
the formula behind a hit record, because you have a record and it may not be a hit because the world can't relate to it. You see what I'm
right.
saying, right? So, but if you have a song that the entire world can relate to, you have a hit record. So he was always making sure that what we were saying, the world could relate to. You see?
Yes.
Mhm.
That's good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
So, let's see. You're excellent at what you do, of course, and you've penned for artists such as Tony Braxton, Tyrese. You just mentioned Charlie Wilson, Brandy. I think John B.
Mhm.
And your songwriting, of course, garnered the attention of Babyface. So that means you was already dope. You hear what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Like
Thank you.
it was
Thank
like you were already dope.
Thank you. That's
Babyface, like
funny.
where he at though?
That's so funny. That's funny. I love it.
Yes, indeed. So just getting in the room the first time or even getting that call, what does that feel like?
Man. I mean, it's like a person who won the Olympics. What do they
Yeah.
feel like, when they finish that line, they're number one, they got the gold. Uh,
Yes.
People don't, I don't know, maybe they can't understand. Kenneth Babyface Edmonds, for me, was everything since I was in 10th grade
Wow.
because I saw him on Soul Train singing I Love You, Babe. And even
Mhm.
though that's not like one of his favorite records to him, because I got a chance to talk to him about it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it was like I was, I don't know, just drawn in, and I said from that moment, one day I'm gonna work with this guy. So to finally get to do it, it was everything. And us as creative people, we're excitable, right? We're free
Yes.
to feel, and we don't care about what's anything around us. I'm an entertainer. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, and so I was very, 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 very excited to be in the room with him. I had to compose myself, and so I'll
Yeah.
tell you a quick story. So I'm with him, I'm singing all these backgrounds to all these records. I mean, I sang backgrounds with just a gang of people, Michael Jackson, Stevie, a whole bunch of people
Oh my
through
gosh.
him. And then one day we're in the studio and he's just playing the piano. I'm just sitting right next to him. Little do I know that he's going to ask me to write this song with him. And this would be the first time I ever wrote a song with him.
Oh
And
my
he was
goodness.
like playing. He was like, Mark, you hear something? I was like, do I hear something? What are you asking me? What you trying to say? You gonna write a song?
Right. You felt that thing, huh?
Yeah, right. So
It's happening.
yeah,
It's
right. So
happening.
so I had to fake it. Said, hold on a second, man, I gotta go to the bathroom. I called my mom.
Yes.
I said, Mommy, I'm about to write a song with Babyface. She said, well, remember, he has you there for a reason. I was like, okay, mommy.
Yes. She like pull it together,
Yeah, pull it
right?
together, right? And then I went in there and wrote the song with her. But it was the greatest moment of my life. And
Oh
it's so
my
funny because,
goodness.
from Boyz to Men to As Yet to singing in front of 20, 30, 50,000 people, traveling all over
Oh,
the world,
yeah.
money, accolades, I've done it all. That moment is the greatest there is. For
Oh
me,
my
it is,
goodness.
the greatest moment ever for me.
Priceless, right?
Priceless all day. Yeah.
Priceless. And
Yeah.
people don't always understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's not in the end, it's not about the money and things. Of course, that's the beautiful part of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you're able to create, when you're able to establish great relationships that will last, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That means a lot. It's that
Yeah.
human connection.
Yeah, I agree. In addition to it, it's for me, it's completely living in your purpose. That's all that it is.
Mhm.
Because a person who, is a lawyer, if they wanted to be a lawyer, they're living in their purpose. Even a
Yes,
guy who picks up the trash for all of us who are not doing it, if that's what he wanted to do, he's in his purpose. And that's
absolutely.
when your soul is fulfilled. It's your whole, because you are literally right in what you knew God put you on the planet to do. So to be there sitting with him, I fulfilled, my purpose. It was just like, I don't need to do anything else. I did it. I could go now. I'm ready to go.
Okay, what's next? What's
What else? I
next?
don't,
It
like, I don't
doesn't
care.
matter.
It don't matter. It really, it really doesn't. And crazy enough, he didn't care how elated I was. He's not
Yeah.
supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
He's the tool that God used to help me fulfill my purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I look at it as whatever.
Ain't that beautiful?
Yeah, it is. It is.
That is beautiful. Man, I love that. Also the story on how you and As Yet came into play, right?
Yeah.
Because Babyface was a part of that. But what I heard was you all had met. It just all came full circle. And to
Yeah.
me, that was another human thing because it was kindness on your part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Teaching
Yeah.
them some things and it came full circle. So don't let me tell your story. You
Yeah,
could
no,
tell it.
yeah, no, I appreciate it. When I tell these stories, and I've told it a number of times, but I do enjoy doing it because I'm hoping that somebody out there it can pull something from it.
Mhm.
So me me putting Boyz II Men together with Nate and then getting them discovered and not being a part of it was the most devastating thing for me ever. Right? It was total
Absolutely.
heartbreak. Got it.
Yeah.
God has a bigger plan for you, I guess. You see what I'm
Come on.
saying? You don't know,
Yes.
right? So the same venue that I got them backstage, I just so happened to do a show at afterwards with my
Wow.
solo record. And so it was an afternoon show. Thanks to Charlie Mack, he hooked me up with that. When I'm leaving, still living in Philly, I walk out of the venue and these guys are outside waiting for me.
Mm.
They asked me, "Hey, can you help me? You know, can you help us with our vocals? We love you. We love what you do. We knew you from Boyz II Men locally because we were Boyz II Men. We were very popular in Philly at the time,
Right.
right? So
Okay.
yeah, so I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I went to their house, helped them out. And so I was going to say that's like 1990, 91, maybe. I think this was 91. 4 years
Okay.
later, I'm living in California, um, and trying to grind, make it as a songwriter. And I get a call, thanks to John Robinson from the LaFace camp, saying, "Hey, we just signed this group to LaFace Records. They say they know you, and we want you to be in this group." So they didn't tell me who it was, but when I showed up to the spot, I walked through the door completely surprised. It was the guys that I helped.
Oh my gosh.
So I always like to say it's a seed that I planted without knowing I was planting the seed, just being myself, trying to help
Absolutely.
them out, not knowing God was saying, this is the group I'm going to put you with 4 years ago, when I did that, you see. And then
Yes.
from that moment began the healing of not being with Boyz II Men. I
Mhm.
got to do everything Boyz II Men got to do. Just I did it with a new set of guys. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
That was it was beautiful. It was incredible. Yeah.
That is such a blessing, such a blessing. I love that. Like you said, you planted that seed and it could have gone totally opposite. That's the thing that people don't realize either. It's like kindness. Kindness comes back to you. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I was just being genuine. They asked me to help. I went to their home to help.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, you were, already doing your solo thing. So it was like for you to come to their home, they like, oh my God, we got him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
Like you
yeah,
felt with Babyface, they
yeah,
felt with you, I'm sure,
yeah. Exactly, exactly. And you just don't know. You really don't know. And it's like I don't want to say it sounding contrived. Like I didn't think about let me be nice so I can plant that seed so I can
No,
get
of
something.
course not.
You
Of
know,
course not.
it was just simply. So I would always just encourage people. Your surroundings in this particular game called the entertainment business.
Mm-hmm.
Give. You know, don't be so
Yes,
crabs in the barrel. Me, mine, me, mine. Someone says, "Hey, can you connect me to so and so?" Connect them. Open up
exactly.
your Rolodex. Open up your resources, your connections. Don't do this. You know what I'm saying? Just
Exactly.
give and give and give because it all comes back to you. I mean, all of this stuff is temporary. I don't even get too deep, but it's just like this is nothing. We're gonna pass at
Yeah.
some point. So you might
Get
as well just be
Do you
free.
hear me? Get deep.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like why? It's like people sometimes want to just pigeon Mark Nelson Boyz II Men. He wasn't with him.
Yeah.
As if that's the story of my whole life. Are you crazy?
You like, get out of here.
Right.
Right.
I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. And everyone keeps telling me, run down your resume, bro. Tell them what I'm always uncomfortable about saying all the things that were done.
Right.
Because I'm like the real guy is LA in phase. You just keep going. You don't look back. You just do the next thing, do the next thing. But sometimes you got to say, hey, what you're thinking isn't true. My whole life I'm blessed. I thank God for every moment, all the bad, all the good. So just give and stop, just be free to share. It's
Yes.
all good.
I love that.
Huh.
Look, I have my mom that has stepped in the room. I might as well make her a part of the show because she comes in dropping nuggets every week.
I
But she
know.
said, when your steps are ordered by the Lord, you won't go wrong. He might take you around the mountain to get you in your door.
Man, did he?
Okay.
Woof. Yes, he
Yes,
did. Mercy, yeah.
indeed.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. I love it. I love telling these stories. I love telling them because again, I'm hoping that it'll help somebody.
Hmm.
Because
And
you're
it
so
is.
yeah, I hope so.
It's blessing me, okay? And look, we had a comment that just came in from Jennifer Johnson. She said, so inspiring.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I totally agree. What's a lesson that Babyface taught you that you'll never forget?
So the first one is to how to write a song. That's the
Hmm.
very first thing. I kind of touched on that a little bit already. I think the second thing is the money comes.
Hmm.
Focus on what you love to do your craft, and always keep developing your craft.
Yeah,
Never stop. Never stop developing your craft. Always let it be about the work, not the money, not the fame, not the accolades, not the fortune.
yeah,
Because the more you focus on what you do, you'll always eat. You'll always feed yourself. You know what I'm saying? My talent has
absolutely.
carried me for 35 years. So
What a
that's,
blessing.
mhm.
Look, that was for me. I'm gonna tuck that one away too. Thank you, Mark. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Definitely, definitely.
Yes. So, let me ask you, you remade Michael Jackson's Lady in My Life,
Yeah.
and that's so pretty. I
Thank you.
was listening to that too.
Thank
So
you. Thank
pretty. I love your cover of it. And
you.
you
Thank
did that for your Chocolate Mood album.
you. Yeah.
Did you get to work with him during that period, or
No, I
have
got
you
to
met
work with
him?
him. Yeah, I got to work with Michael Jackson before that.
Okay. Oh,
Yes.
because you did some vocals, I think you said, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So when I was with As Yet, right after we began recording our CD,
Mm-hmm.
um, Face saw how pretty fluid and quick I was about doing backgrounds just for As Yet.
Right.
So then he called me, and then he just had me in the studio like every day. just singing backgrounds for everybody. And
Wow.
I did Waiting to Exhale, Preacher's Wife soundtrack, a whole bunch of You Making Me High, a gang of
Okay.
records. And then one of them was the record that he did for Michael Jackson for the movie To Get on the Bus,
Hmm.
directed by Spike Lee. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So, I got to work with Michael Jackson. It was crazy.
Okay. I'm like, look, now you also got to work with someone else, and I have to talk about this song
Sure.
because when I hear the first few notes of it, and I don't know if it's just me or everybody, I don't know if it's the scene, I don't know what it is, but it's beautiful. And that's the song All Is Said and Done with
Ah, yeah,
Beyonce.
with Beyonce. Yes.
With Beyonce.
With
I know
Beyonce.
how that makes me feel. How do
Yeah.
you feel when you hear that song? You
I
got
love
to record this with
Yes.
Beyonce. She got to record it with you. You get
Thank
what I'm saying?
thank you. I
Like, yes,
appreciate it. Yes,
indeed.
thank you.
Beautiful
Yeah,
song.
Beyonce, beautiful spirit, humble soul. She's all about
Mm,
the craft as well. She's not about
yeah,
all this glitz and glamour and stuff, even though it comes with it.
right.
And it was a great opportunity. Like I had said, Tony Polk, Trackmasters, when they came in as VPs, this soundtrack came along. Now, Beyonce with Destiny's Child, we were signed to the same label, Columbia. So while I was a
Mm,
solo artist for that label, and they called me. Polk called me specifically. Hey, Mark, go down to the studio and we want you to do this duet with Beyonce. And I was like, all right, cool, no problem. So I went down.
wow.
So I went down to the studio. It was written by a guy named Gordon Chambers, a phenomenal songwriter, and it was produced by Warren Campbell,
I
phenomenal
didn't know that.
producer. Yeah, yeah. And
Nice.
so when I showed up, Beyonce was already in the booth working on her parts, and then so I sat there, waited for her, watched her and everything, and then she came out like, hey, hey, and then I went in and danced around her vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah, to make it sync and
Jill.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yep, yep,
It's
yep.
so pretty.
Yeah,
I
thank
just want you to know you all did an amazing job. Every time, you know how you hear a song and it makes the hair stand up on
Yep.
your
Oh
arm?
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love
That's
that
how
feeling,
that
right?
song
Oh,
does me. Yes. I'm
love
like,
that.
oh my gosh.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing that
My
story for
pleasure. My pleasure.
sure.
Absolutely.
Yes. So the music industry, I don't even want to ask this question yet.
All
What
right.
I want to ask is, can you sing something for us, Mark?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Please.
Yeah, so I'm currently working on a new project, a solo project for myself. Um, and the direction I'm going in, I love it because I feel Sade's spirit in my work,
Mhm.
in my zone right now while I'm working on music.
Okay, Sade.
Yeah, yeah. And I wrote this record called "Don't Cry." It goes, My mother told me it'd be hard to let go. She said she knew some things about life I didn't know. And like a child, I tried to fuss and fight because I ultimately knew she was right. And that life is a game, and the ones who play stay sane. And the truth, it never lies. But she says to me, whatever you do, don't cry. There you
Oh, yes, sir.
go.
Don't
Yeah,
cry.
and it has all these beautiful strings to it that I'm looking forward to releasing. It's just a
Oh,
whole new vibe that I'm ready to put out. Mhm.
yeah, we're ready for it. We're ready for it. And I know it's gonna have some kind of strings behind there because your voice was doing all kinds of movement.
Yeah, thank you. Yep,
It's
yep.
pretty,
Thank
so
you,
pretty.
thank
Thank
you, thank you.
you. Yes. So the music industry, this is where I was going. I have a question. Has shifted in so many ways. You have your production company, Focused Artist Entertainment.
Mhm.
What's the vision behind your company? And are you looking for artists at this time?
Yeah, so Focus Arts Entertainment was a company that I developed like right before the pandemic.
Mhm.
I since switched it to a new company called Creative Works Entertainment,
Mm,
right? And
okay.
so, yeah, and right now my focus is developing my own solo projects first. I'm developing a play, and I'm getting into doing short films because I went to photography
Nice.
school, film school. So I'm about to start doing content with the singles that I'm dropping, visual content, shooting my own stuff, and
Yes.
then going into short films. One day I'd like to direct my own feature films independently. That is. Um,
Right.
so yes, I'm not really focused on other artists at the moment, but I always keep the door open just in case I run into something that I can't resist to want to work with or whatever. But right now, my focus is what I just said. Mhm.
Wow, that is amazing.
Thank
So
you.
you hitting every avenue. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, it's important to do because
Yes,
entertainment now is multimedia. It's multifaceted,
it
so
is.
it's not just the song. And if you're not up with the times, you could really get kind of lost in it. So the music is very, very important to me still. The quality of the
Mhm.
music, the record is still very vital, but it now needs content. They all say now content is king. So that's why
Yes,
I decided
indeed.
to learn how to shoot my own content. Yeah.
I love that. So you love all the works behind it, like the storyboarding and all
All
of
of it.
that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm.
Pre-production, production, post-production. I've learned a lot about everything, lighting, lenses, angles, all of it. Yeah. So,
Oh, look
mhm.
at you, Mark, out there doing your thing. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
listening like, okay, let me
yeah,
find out.
yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
indeed. I think that's amazing. Amazing. How do you feel about AI music? Because, that has come into the scene as well. Do you feel that there are benefits to it? Do you feel that there are dangers of it? How do you feel about AI?
Um, you know, okay, so I have two feelings about it. For me, in my creative juices, I like to stand alone and allow what has worked for me for 35 years. And that is to
Mhm.
let that voice that sings to me, that uses me as the vessel to translate it to you, the listener,
Yes.
what it is I write. Because qu- like in a quirky sort of way, I say I don't write my own songs. I feel like I'm just a vessel of
Mhm.
what I'm credited as a songwriter. So I love that. To me is the essence of creativity. It allows you to feel that whatever is, this like this trance happening to you so that you could put it out to the world, right?
Yeah.
That being said, I love AI to assist you where you may be limited.
Mhm.
So you're giving everything you have first, and then AI can assist you to make it better. Uh,
Right.
then you have those who may not be able to sing. You have those
Mhm.
who, you know, may not be able to play
Right.
keyboard, or, excuse me, an instrument or something to that effect. So though they're still creative, they just have not opened up that channel in themselves to be able to do these things. AI can be very helpful in that aspect.
Mhm.
So I think it's a good thing for people like that to use AI as well. But that's the extent of my desire, when it comes to AI. That's really
Right.
for you. Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's
I'm
the
sorry,
way that you
I mean to cut you off. I meant to answer, is it dangerous? I don't know. Let me tell you the only danger I would feel that could possibly be.
Okay.
If you're a creative person like me and you've just decided to not tap in to your own personal abilities and
Mhm.
just let AI do it for you, that to me then can be very dangerous for you, the person
Yeah.
who's creative and is not using what God has given you, as opposed to supplementing it with AI to do it for you. I do not believe by any stretch of the imagination that AI will ever replace us as creative people. I don't feel that will happen ever.
Yeah, I don't feel that either because there is something about just hearing a voice live, you
Yeah.
know, being able to experience that. And believe it or not, Mark, just in January was my first time seeing the whole group of New Edition together.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And here's the other thing too, Kimberly. AI. is not ever going to explain how it came up with the song the way I can. I wrote a
Exactly.
song called Don't Say for John B. And I went on an interview and said, let me tell you how this happened. I was in my room and I was mad as hell at my girl. I was ready to be done. I couldn't stand her ass. And I was just like, oh my God. And I just started to write exactly what the hell I was feeling. And yeah, I'm not going to be able to do
Wow. No, there's no story behind it, like you said,
You'll
right?
be able to do that.
Ever.
Ever.
Yeah, I was so excited. Look, January was popping. I got to see one of my favorite
Yeah,
groups of all time, you know?
absolutely.
And so
Absolutely.
I had seen Belle Biv DeVoe like a few times.
Mhm.
Not Johnny, Bobby popped up on them one concert that I was at. So, but I
Yeah,
never got to see Ralph and Johnny and
yeah,
all of
yeah.
them together
Oh, you,
doing all the, dance
yeah,
steps and
yeah,
stuff. Oh my gosh,
yeah,
how can
yeah,
that be
yeah.
replaced?
That
Okay.
can't be. It won't be. Never.
Right. Yes. And the
Even
crowd.
newcomers. I mean, humans are humans. So yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, Boys to Men there.
Mhm.
Tony Braxton was
Yep, yep,
there.
absolutely.
Mike came up out the floor in Las Vegas and the crowd went crazy,
Yep, yep,
So
yep. That's right.
those are experiences. And I had to learn maybe a few years ago to begin living in the moment again because for me I am very creative as well. I write music, I love to sing, I love to perform, act and things. But when I would be at a concert or an event, I'd have my camera out, right, because
Yeah,
I'm trying to capture everything, and I got the right headroom because I went to school for broadcast production and all of that, you know what I'm saying?
right,
But
right.
then I started feeling like, Kim, you're missing the moment.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
this is a moment you're not gonna get back. So
yeah.
take a quick picture or get a little bit of
And you have a
video.
picture in your heart and your mind too. Your mind and your heart. You'll
Man,
never forget.
that lasts. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely, forever.
Yes, I did a play a few years back, and it was called Old Timers by Preston Coghill, and
Okay.
it's about Alzheimer's, and I played this woman who came down with Alzheimer's, and so
Mhm.
I began to research and do some studies and things. But one thing that people do not lose is music.
No.
Like, they may not forget they may forget your name,
Yeah, yeah.
they may forget their name at times,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
music,
The
if you put
music.
that music on,
Yeah.
it's like,
That's
"Oh,
amazing. That's
I'm
amazing.
back."
Yeah, that's
It
amazing.
is amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Music is one of those things for me, and I've said this before, where if you hear a song, you're like, "Oh, I remember that song. I
Yeah,
was in 6th grade, and I was at," you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, a whole moment is captured, in the
yes.
song. So when you hear the song, it'll just pull it back up and replay it for you, and you just remember everything, how you felt. You could even smell something. You know what I'm saying, that you remember.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Isn't that something?
yeah, yeah,
I love it.
yeah, yeah,
Like you said, it's a gift. It comes
yeah,
from above for
yeah.
sure,
All day.
because how else? And it's universal. Like,
That's it.
even when we don't speak the language, we can hear a song and feel it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, traveling around the world singing for people who don't speak English and they're knowing every word. Yet they
Yes.
don't know what you're saying. Like, how did they fall in love with that? They didn't even understand what you was talking about.
Isn't that
Yeah,
something?
amazing. Absolutely.
Yes. So speaking of traveling around the world, where are some of your favorite places that you've been?
Um, I would say Paris is number one on my list.
Mm,
Oof, Paris, France. I love Paris.
wow.
Um, um, Malaysia is another one.
Okay.
I love Malaysia, and then I would say I really enjoyed Japan. Mhm.
Nice.
Yep, those are three. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, yep, yep.
So I would say that you are now the baby face that people love to work with, right? So, like,
Honor. I mean, I'm gonna let
absolutely.
you tell it.
I mean that sincerely because
Thank you.
you were looking to Babyface, as a mentor, and now people are looking to you as
Yeah,
a mentor.
that
So,
is
do
true.
you enjoy being in that seat and mentoring other artists that are up and coming?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it from the standpoint that I'm helping someone. You know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
often weirded out, and I kind of guess he was too, Face, when I was doing it to him. When I say weirded out, just like, wow, it's my, it's come back around where people are looking at me like that. And I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just in the moment of whatever it is, and I don't think about these things, but it being brought to my attention, yeah, I'm very happy that I can help somebody, the
Mm-hmm.
way that I was given the help, to be able to further their own cause. I love it. Yeah, I do.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You ready for some rapid fire?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm a ret.
I'm ready. What's the song you never get tired of performing? Ever?
Last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
We don't get tired of it either. I just want you
Thank you.
I want you to know that. Yes.
Last night. Yeah.
What's a crowd moment that you'll never forget?
You said a proud moment?
Proud. Like
Crowd
a
moment. Oh yeah.
mhm.
Crowd moment. When I was going up on stage and I started to sing 15 minutes and I walked to the edge of the stage and I was literally grabbed by the ankles and was being pulled off the stage
Oh
like
my god.
Michael Jackson had been a number of times in his career. Yeah. And it
Whoa.
is true. It's very scary.
I can imagine. You like, please let my legs
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. It
Thank
was
you for the love, but let me
yeah.
go,
Oh, here's
right?
another one. Here's another one. May she rest in peace, Aaliyah. She brought me up on stage.
Oh
We
wow.
were doing grad night in Orlando, as yet and Aaliyah, and so we had to alternate shows like all the way through till 5 in the morning. And
Wow.
yeah, so she pulled me on stage and sat me down, did her little dance and stuff like that.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
your girl only knew, huh?
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, great memory.
Mhm,
What's one artist that's besides Babyface? Let me say it that way.
mhm.
What's one artist you still get starstruck by? Or is there an artist that you
Yeah,
still
yeah.
get
Listen,
starstruck
yeah,
by?
yeah. I know a couple of people who will be laughing if they're watching this right now. So I have a favorite song, and it's "Sailing" by Christopher Cross.
Mm,
Sailing takes me away. You know the song? To where
yep, I sure
I
do.
always. Now you can call it starstruck, but I love that song so much. I refuse to meet him.
No way.
It's not possible. I will never ever meet Christopher Cross because if
Now,
he's an
Mark, wait
asshole,
a minute. It's
if
gonna
he's
mess
an
everything up for you.
asshole, my heart will be so broken. Like I used to, and I know this sounds weird. I used to go, I wonder, like, you know, when you die and like God would let you hear a song while you're in your grave, like over and over and over again. What song would that be?
Wow.
And mine would be Sailing by Christopher Cross. So how devastated would I be to meet this man?
Yeah.
He's something else that would just kill me.
y-
Not saying
Absolutely.
that Christopher Cross is,
No,
but
of
I
course
just
not.
refuse to meet the man. So that's my yeah. That's my
You know, that's actually funny. I am tickled.
I refuse because I love that
Yes.
song so much.
They say be careful, meeting your biggest
Yeah.
person that you admire because it can be disappointing at times,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, mom's the word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. What's next?
I hear you. Absolutely. Let's see. We have a comment. My aunt from Gary, actually, she said, enjoying you, Mark. I could listen to more of your stories and the passion you have. We can feel it. I'm still at kids having the opportunity to sing, dance through she's still at the kids having the opportunities to sing and dance through the school hallways that you talked about
Yeah.
earlier. She said, Niche, you're looking lovely as usual. Thank you, Kim, for your guest tonight. Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you, Chris.
you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Much love. Let's see, studio or stage for you?
Ah, man, that's a good one. Ooh, that's good. But if I had to pick between the two, it would be studio.
Ooh, studio. Okay, you like to work. You like to put in work.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yes. All righty. Vocal warm-ups or nah?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope.
Mark, like, let's just go.
Yeah,
I
well,
love that.
listen. For all of those listening, I'm not saying vocal warm-ups and vocal lessons aren't a good thing, but the greatest one that you can have is to not talk. Or if you're gonna
Mm,
talk, talk softly. It's called vocal
yes.
resting. Just don't say anything. Let your vocals relax.
Just let them
They'll
chill.
always be prepared.
There you go. I think I might know this answer. I'm not sure. Okay,
Okay.
what's your go-to karaoke song?
Rock with You, Michael Jackson.
Let me hear it. Let me hear just a little bit then.
Girl, close your eyes. Let the rhythm get into you. Don't try to fight it. There ain't nothing that you can do. It's my jam right there. I love that.
Oh yeah, relax your mind.
Yep, yep.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Look, I'm loving everything tonight. I'm gonna
Good.
get in trouble later because they like, you said you love that a million times, but I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. For
Good.
anybody that's gonna say it.
Good. Enjoy yourself.
Yes, I'm enjoying myself for sure. What's one thing fans would be surprised to know about you?
Surprised to know about me. What would they be surprised to know? This is corny, but I could juggle.
Okay. Look, that's a skill. Mark, that's
Yeah.
Mark, that's a skill.
Oh, I
It's a
can cook too.
skill.
I went to culinary arts too. I'm a chef.
Did let me
Yeah,
find out you
yeah,
cooking,
yeah.
you making videos, you
I went to the
singing.
cordon bleu. Yep, I sure did.
Did you
I
really?
did. Yes, I did.
That's what's up.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So Mark said he could feed you, he could sing to you,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of this, okay, and do a movie. I love it. This is what's up. You have been a fantastic guest.
Thank you for
Before
having
we go,
talking.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Tell us what's next. Tell
Yeah.
us where we can follow
So
you
I'm
on.
current. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm currently recording a tribute CD to Babyface. It'll be 9 of
Cannot
his
wait.
songs. Yeah, I'm doing I Give Good Love, Soon as I Get Home, Whip Appeal,
Ooh.
No Crime, When Can I See You Again. I'm doing the duet Love Saw It with Karen, the Karen White song.
Oh.
And so I'm doing that. And then I'm also portraying Babyface in this upcoming play in Chicago starting June 6th called Rhythm of Romance, where it's Babyface and Anita Baker,
Mm,
co-starring with an amazing vocalist named Makita. Um,
nice.
yeah, she's phenomenal, phenomenal singer. And yeah, so those are the two things. And then sometime in July, I'm going to be dropping a single of my own every week for about a year. So you'll get a new song from me every week, I think, starting in July. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Mark,
Yeah.
look, I'm excited about
Me
that.
too.
Yes.
Me too.
Okay, and
Yeah.
congrats on
Thank you.
the new project that's coming
Thank you.
and on your stage play that you are getting ready to do. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Who better to play Babyface?
I
You know, when I started talking to you earlier, I'm like, you got the voice, you know, the sound, the speech pattern, everything. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Babyface is amazing, and you
Yes,
are
he is.
too.
Thank
I
you.
am so glad that you came to spend some time with us tonight. And now I just want to pretend like it's just you and I, okay? So I
Okay.
just need you to sing something to me before we go.
All right. All right.
Y'all ain't here. Look, let me
All
tell
right.
this.
There'll be no darkness tonight. Lady, your love will shine. Thank you very much for having me, Kimberly.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much,
You're so
Mark.
welcome.
Blessings to you
You as well.
continuously. And yeah, we are out. You all make sure that you follow Mark Nelson. Make sure that you get his project and that you are tapping in July, week after week after week. He's going to be bringing new music, and
Yes.
we are here for it. Do you hear
Thank you.
me? Yes, indeed. Until next time, you all be blessed. I will see you next week. Take care, y'all. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Please support by subscribing to Talented Television on YouTube.